Imagine being diagnosed with a life-threatening illness only to find that the medication you need is priced so high that it's out of reach for you and millions of others. This isn't just a hypothetical situation, it's harsh reality for many. Today, I'm here to persuade you that the high prices of essential drugs are unjustifiable, placing an unnecessary burden on patients and the healthcare system, and that immediate action must be taken to make medications affordable for all. To fully understand this issue, we must look at the problem of exorbitant drug prices, explore the causes behind these high costs, and finally, propose solutions to address this pressing issue. The first problem is financial burden on patients. High drug prices create a significant financial burden on many patients. Many Americans forego necessary medication due to costs leading to worse health outcomes. For example, insulin prices have tripled in recent years, forcing some diabetics to ration their doses. According to a study by CNN, nearly 1 in 4 Americans taking prescription drugs report difficulty affording their medication. The inability to afford medication not only exacerbates health conditions but also increases overall healthcare costs as untreated conditions can lead to expensive emergency interventions. The second problem is inequality in access to medication. Exorbitant drug prices contribute to inequality in access to healthcare. Those with low income or without insurance are disproportionately affected, often unable to afford life-saving medications. The Washington Post reports that Americans are far more likely than residents of other high-income countries to skip medications due to cost. Additionally, the Wall Street Journal has found that price increases for prescription drugs are associated with decline in medication adherence, particularly among low-income patients. Access to necessary medication should not be a privilege for the wealthy. It is a fundamental aspect of the right to health. Now we move on to our causes. The first cause is lack of regulation and transparency. The lack of regulation and transparency in drug pricing contributes to these high costs. Unlike other countries, the United States does not regulate drug prices, leading to situations where the same medication can be sold at vastly different prices. BBC has noted that the US spends nearly twice as much on pharmaceutical per capita as other high-income countries. Additionally, a study by the LA Times has found that only 17% of Americans believe that their prescription drugs are justified. The second cause is monopolies and patents. Monopolies and patent laws allow pharmaceutical companies to maintain high prices. Drug companies often extend patents through minor modification known as evergreening, preventing generic competitions and keeping prices high. For example, the EpiPen, a life-saving device for severe allergic reactions, saw a price increase over 500% due to lack of competition. The World Health Organization has highlighted that high-income countries often use patent laws to block generic competition, maintaining high prices. These practices stifle competition and innovation, keeping drug prices artificially high and limiting patent access to affordable alternatives. Now moving on to the solutions. My first solution is implementing price caps in negotiation. The government should implement price caps and negotiate drug prices directly with the pharmaceutical companies. Countries Canada and the UK successfully regulate drug prices is ensuring medication remaining affordable while still fostering innovation. Price caps and negotiation help balance the need for pharmaceutical companies to recover research costs with the public's need for affordable medications. My second solution is encouraging generic drug productions and competition. Encouraging the production of generic drugs and preventing anti-competitive practices. Generic drugs are typically 80 to 85% cheaper than the brand name drugs, removing barriers to generic drug market entry, such as limiting the ability of brand name companies to delay generic competition can significantly lower drug prices. Increasing competition in the pharmaceutical market will drive down prices and increase access to essential medication for all patients. Today, I have shown that the high prices of essential drugs were unjustifiable and placed an unnecessary burden on patients and the healthcare system. It's time for us to demand from our lawmakers to regulate drug prices, promote transparency, and encourage competition in the pharmaceutical industry. Together, we can ensure that no one has to choose between their health and their financial well-being. Let's make affordable medication a reality for everyone.